Okay, I'm dealing with the Jews for Judaism counter-missionary videos on Messiah, and I'm reading again from my King is Here, and I'm giving you information so that you can read more about what Jews really think about Messiah. Now this is from chapter 6, a new covenant, creation, and creation means a new Torah, and I'm reading some scriptures from or some texts from rabbinic literature and also from other literature which deal with messianic issues. We've already seen that Rabbi Yahuah or Jesus was from the line of David and the line of Levi on his mother's side. Indeed, as Zachariah prophesied, he could bring the unity to the role of priest and civil authority. We must remember this will not be a king like the monarchy in Saul's time. We are expecting the rule of judges as in the time of Samuel. You remember it says in Isaiah 1, I will restore to you, it talks about he will restore the judges as at first. That was the ideal. The first temple section. If you want to know about what Judaism thinks about the Messiah, a very good place to start is in Tractate Sanhedrin of the Babylonian Talmud. Tractate Sanhedrin 96b, Tractate Sanhedrin 96b and around that area. There they have a lot of discussions regarding the Messiah. First, regarding the first temple destruction, it says this: but had Nebuchadnezzar gone up to Jerusalem, for it is written in 2 Kings 25:6, they carried Zedekiah up to the king of Babylon at Riblah. Did Rabbi Abahu say that Riblah was Antioch? Rabbi Hizda and Rabbi Isaac ben Abudimi replied as follows. One answered, Nebuchadnezzar's portrait was engraved on Nebuzaradan's chariot, and the other explained, Zedekiah had such respect for Nebuchadnezzar that it is as though he was in his presence. Rabbah said, Nebuchadnezzar sent Nebuzaradan 300 donkeys carrying iron axes that could even break iron, but they were all broken trying to destroy a single gate of Jerusalem. For it is written in Psalm 78:4, and now they attacked the door together, with axes and hammers they hit it. Nebuzaradan wanted to try again, but said, I am afraid in case I meet the same fate as Sennacherib, the king of Assyria. Thereupon a voice cried out, You leaper, son of a leaper, leap, for the time has come for the sanctuary to be destroyed and the temple burnt. He only had one axe left, so he went and hit the door with the head of the axe, and it opened. As it is written in Psalm 74:5, a man was famous according to how he had used axes to cut down thick trees. He hewed down the people of Jerusalem as he proceeded until he reached the temple. After he set fire to the temple, it sought to rise up, but was trodden down from heaven. As it is written in Lamentations 1:15, Yahuah has trodden down the virgin daughter of Judah at the temple, as in a winepress. Nebuzaradan's mind was now elated with triumph, when a voice came from heaven saying, You have killed a dead people, you have burned a temple already burned, you have ground the flour already ground. As it is written in Isaiah 47:2, Take the millstones and grind the barley and make flour, uncover your hair, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers and wheat. But meal it said. After that, the military commander saw the blood of Zachariah, the son of Jehoiada, bubbling up. What is this? He shouted. It is the blood of sacrifices which has been spilled, they answered. Then he said, Bring some animal blood and I will compare them to see whether they are alike. So he slaughtered animals and compared the animal blood with the blood he found, but they were different. Tell me the truth, or I will tear your flesh with iron, he threatened. They replied, This is the blood of a priest and a prophet, who foretold the destruction of Jerusalem to the Israelites, and they killed him. I said he will satisfy his blood. So he brought the sages and killed them over the blood of Zachariah. But it did not stop boiling, so he brought the school children and killed them over that blood. Still it did not rest. He brought the young priests and slew them over the blood, and still it did not rest. Until he had slain 94,000, and still it did not rest. Whereupon he approached the blood of Zachariah and cried out, Zachariah, Zachariah, I have destroyed the best of them. Do you desire for me to kill them all? At this the blood stopped bubbling and rested. Thoughts of repentance came into his mind. If they who killed one person only have been so severely punished, what will be my fate? So he fled sent his testament to his house and became a convert. Now, are we to say that because Zachariah, the son of Jehoiada, was killed, that he wasn't a prophet? He wasn't a messenger of God? He wasn't anointed to prophesy? No! It is not the acceptance or rejection of a message which decides who is Messiah, who is not. It is the appointing of God. That's why it says in Isaiah 49, I believe, it says that he thought he'd spent his strength on nothing, but his reward was with Yahuah. You see, because a man is rejected by his people, does not stop him being the one called him, Yahuah called him to be. It can be that they missed the day of their visitation. And Jesus referred to this death of Zechariah in that context. So, if you want to read about Messiah in Judaism, then I recommend that you read Sanhedrin, Tractate Sanhedrin 96b of the Talmud. Another element from this tractate. Our rabbis taught that Naaman the Syrian, who Elisha healed, renounced idolatry so he could live in Israel. Zaradan was a righteous proselyte, the descendants of Sisera, who died at the hand of Yael, the captain of Jabin's army. Jabin was a king of Hatzor from the time of Judges. Studied Torah in Jerusalem. The descendants of Sennacherib, the king of Assyria, who came against Jerusalem in the time of Hezekiah, taught Torah to the multitude. Who are these? Shemaiah and Abtalion, the teachers of Hillel. The descendants of Haman studied Torah in Benai Barak. The Holy One, blessed be He, He purposed to lead the descendants of that wicked man too under the wings of the Shekhinah. But the ministering angels protested before him. Sovereign of the universe, will you bring him under the wings of the Shekhinah, who laid your house in ruins and burnt your temple? That is what is meant by the verse Jeremiah 21:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Ullah said, this refers to Nebuchadnezzar. Rabbi Samuel ben Nachmani said, by this are meant the rivers of Babylon, which run along the palm trees of Babylon. Ullah said, Ammon and Moab were evil neighbors of Jerusalem. As soon as they heard the prophets predicting the destruction of Jerusalem, they said to Nebuchadnezzar, leave your country and come here. He replied, I am afraid lest I be treated as my predecessors. Thereupon they sent word, for the man is not at home. And the man refers to the Holy One, blessed be He, as it is written in Exodus 15:3, Yahuah is a man of war. He sent answer, but he may be near, to which Ammon and Moab returned. He has gone on a long journey. Proverbs 7. He again sent word, they have been among the righteous. They have among the righteous men who may pray to him and bring him back. They answered, he has taken a bag of money with him. And money refers to none but the righteous, as it is written, so I brought her to me for 15 shekel pieces of silver, and for an homer of barley, and half an homer of barley. He sent back, the wicked may repent and pray for mercy, and bring him back. They answered, he has already fixed a time for them, as it is written, and will come home at the day appointed. Hakaseh. And kaseh can only refer to time, as it is written in the time appointed, bar kaseh. On our solemn feast day, he then sent word, it is winter, and I cannot come on account of the approaching snow and rains. They replied, come by the way of the mountains, which will protect you. And it is written, as it is written in Isaiah 16:1. Send ye a messenger to the ruler of the earth, i.e. Nebuchadnezzar, that he may come by way of the rocks, i.e. mountains, to the wilderness, unto the mount of the daughter of Zion. He sent back, if I come, I have no place for encamping. They replied, their graveyards are better than your palaces, as it is written in Jeremiah 8. At that time, saith Yahuah, they shall bring out the bones of the king of Judah, and the bones of his princes, and the bones of the priests, and the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem, out of their graves. And they shall spread them before the sun and the moon and all the host of heaven, whom they have loved, and whom they have served, and after whom they have walked. Now, I read this because it's in Tractate 96b, and we see again that this time it was the enemies of Israel who were trying to cause problems for Israel. But the problems for Israel were coming because of disobedience. Now, the Messiah Yahushua was the Messiah, but they did not receive him.